Welcome back to Learn to Ride. Your first stage of riding a bike out on the road is to pass your CBT. We're going to discuss what the CBT involves, break it down a little bit, give you some information on what we as instructors look for and how to pass the day with confidence. So, to start with, what is CBT? So CBT itself stands for Compulsory Basic Training. So it is a training course, not a test. The day involves itself 5 different elements: A, B, C, D and E. Element A is where you'll start your day. You're going to discuss, well, a bit of an introduction first of all, why you turned up, what you're looking to achieve throughout your riding career, and a little bit about myself or your instructor's information and what you're looking to achieve. We'll then go on to discuss some safety gear, okay, such as what you're required to wear legally, what you're expected to wear to keep yourself safe, and any Q&A or questions that you may have relevant to that. Element B is we're a little bit more involved with the motorcycle itself. We run through controls of the motorcycle, a little bit of daily checks, how to keep it safe, how to keep it maintained, and we get you to physically move the bikes around, feel the different weight, have a little play with the front brake. Start looking where you want to look when you're moving the bike around manually, okay? Moving on from element B, we start to approach element C. That's where a lot of you will start to class that as the fun part of the day, where you're actually riding the bike. There are a number of different exercises that you have to do through element C, okay? And the day progresses based on how you're progressing. So it starts quite simply and works its way through combining all the different skills that you have, from simply pulling away, learning how to stop, learning how to change gear, into manoeuvres such as your figure of 8, your U-turn, and a brief practice on approaching made-up junctions, so you can start to work out how to do that on the road. As long as element C is successful and you've built up enough confidence and that basic skill, you'll approach element D, which is a brief road ride explanation. So what we expect, a little bit about highway code, what you can encounter, what your thoughts are, what do you think you might experience out on the road, or what are you expecting? And we can have a discussion about it, so all sorts of queries and manners and questions are answered before we head out. Element E is then, of course, the road ride itself, a minimum of a 2-hour road ride, okay? In the road ride, there'll be sections where your instructor will start talking to you from the start, so we'll give you a very brief, well, sort of brief coaching instruction over the radio, but really will support you. That briefing will start to drop back and you'll be expected to follow road signs, show what you've learnt through the day, and ultimately validate what you're doing. So then once you've completed element E satisfactorily, you can continue your learning on your own. The main couple of things to remember from the CBT course: it is not a pass or fail day. If you don't pass on the first day because you're brand new to biking and it's a little bit much for you, you only need more training, you haven't failed. Okay, so still leave very positively because you've probably made a lot more progress than you realise you did in the first place. Other things and key tips to remember for your day: think about what time of year you're booking it. Do you need warm clothing? Do you need to bring some waterproofs with you? Do you need to bring a hot flask, bit of lunch, anything like that, okay, to keep you sort of energised, warm and comfortable throughout your day. Check in with whatever school you're booking with whatever safety gear they provide you. So some schools will offer just a helmet, some will offer helmet, gloves, jackets, boots, whatever. But prepare yourself with that school so that when you turn up on your day, you're wearing all the right stuff, okay? Just remember, don't turn up in silly things like trackies, shorts, trainers. At least wear a decent pair of jeans, and then whatever the school will provide, they can do the rest for you. What you'll need to bring with you, okay, first and foremost, driving licence. You're not going to get very far in your day without that one, because obviously we need to check that you are who you are and you've got a valid licence to do the day. Other things, you'll be subject to an eyesight test, so if you bring glasses or even reading glasses, bring them with you. It will only help your day progress. So, a few tips for you on your CBT. It's very easy for me to sit here and say it. First and foremost, relax, okay? Us instructors are here to help you through your day, so any nervousness, We can adapt and change our day and the way that we teach to help you get through your course. We're here for you. A lot of the reasons that people aren't successful on their first day, they build themselves up into a little bit of a nervous mess, okay? Be brave, say, I just need 5 minutes if you've struggled with something like that. But they also quite simply come unprepared. Watch some videos before you come of how a CBT runs. Have a Google of it. Do some basic bike information yourself so that not everything is this big overload of information when you turn up for the day. Go through your highway codes, and when we start asking you questions, you're confident with your answers and you don't sit there and think, uh-oh, why this? It will only help to be more confident and help you understand and learn on the bikes. If you don't bring the appropriate gear to wear and you don't bring your license, your day's going to end before it even starts. The day is all about safety. If we can't verify that you have a license and you've turned up with something that could cause you injury if you had an accident, we're not going to risk you out on the road or even on the pad. Another reason that people struggle to succeed with the day is they sort of combat the instructor. Remember that we're here to help you. So when we're giving you those useful tips and feedback, even if it doesn't make sense initially, work with us, because it might make sense a little bit further down the line and be another way to overcome a problem that you have. Because you've got to think, we do it potentially 5 to 6 days a week with 4 students on at a time. We've seen most of the problems that people come across with what they're struggling with. We're only here to help, and we can try and work with you with that. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about the CBT. Once you've got that, it's all about what's next. First bike, going out to buy your gear, bigger, more powerful licenses. So all the best with yourselves on your big day, and more than anything, just go and enjoy it. If you have any further questions about a CBT, drop something in the comments below and we'll go over it again for you.